benefit everyone. Why should the money you work for be taken away from you? Why should a portion of your paycheck go somewhere without you fully knowing where it ends up? Every day, people work hard for their money. They wake up early, spend hours at their jobs, and make sacrifices to provide for themselves and their families. They use their money to pay for food, housing, transportation, medical expenses, education, and everyday necessities. So when a large portion of that money is taken away through taxes, it is fair to ask whether that money is always being used in the best ways possible. My purpose today is to persuade you that lowering taxes would benefit individuals, families, and the economy. Lowering taxes is one of the best ways to help strengthen the economy because it allows families to keep more of their hard-earned money while also encouraging the government to become more responsible with spending. When citizens have more money available, they have more opportunities to save, invest, and make decisions that improve their futures. Now, I want to make it clear that taxes are not completely bad. Taxes are an important part of how our country functions. They help pay for things we all use, such as police departments, firefighters, roads, schools, public transportation, and national defense. Without taxes, many important services that people rely on every day would be much harder to provide. A country needs funding to operate, and taxes are one of the main ways that funding is collected. However, the problem comes when taxes become too high or when taxpayer money is wasted. People should not have to wonder whether the money taken from their paychecks is being used properly. Citizens deserve to know that their contributions and are supporting programs that actually help society and that government officials are making responsible choices with the money they receive. First, taxes can create a serious financial burden for individuals and families. Unlike many others expenses, taxes are not optional. People are required by law to pay them. Even when they are experiencing financial struggles, for some families, losing hundreds, even thousands of dollars can make the difference between being financially secure and falling behind. Many people already have to carefully plan their budgets every month. They have to decide how much they can spend on groceries, rent, or mortgage payments, gas, insurance, and other necessities. When taxes are take away a significant portion of their income, families may have fewer options and less flexibility when unexpected problems happen. A sudden medical bill, car repair, or emergency expense can become much harder to handle when people have less money available. Lower taxes would allow people to keep more of their own earnings and decide how that money should be used. Instead of having that money automatically go toward the government spending, individuals could use it for things that directly affect their lives. They could save for the future, pay off debt, invest in education, start a business, or support local businesses in their communities. Thomas Paine once said, "What at first was plunder assumed the softer name of revenue." This quote represents the idea that people have always questioned how much of their money should be taken by governments. While taxes are necessary, there has always been a debate over how much is too much. The purpose of governments should be to serve the people, not place unnecessary financial pressure on them. A lower tax burden would encourage economic growth. When people have more money in their pockets, they are more likely to spend the money on goods and services. Businesses benefit when customers have more purchasing power because it increases spending, can lead to more jobs, higher production, and stronger communities. For example, if a family saves money from lower taxes and uses that money to pay and buy a new appliance, repair their home, or support a local restaurant, that money helps another person or business earn income. Money continues moving through the economy, creating more opportunities. This is why giving individuals more financial freedom can have positive effects beyond just one person or a family. However, taxes also provide benefits that we cannot ignore. The second point is that taxes can help create many of the services that make our country function. Without taxes, communities would struggle to provide essential services that protect citizens and improve daily life. Taxes help fund local police and fire departments that protect citizens during emergencies. They help maintain roads and bridges that allow people to travel. They support schools that educate future generations and prepare students for careers. They also contribute to national defense and other programs that protect the country. These services show why taxes exist in the first place. They are meant to support society and provide things that individuals cannot easily provide on their own. The goal should not be to remove every tax, because some taxes are necessary to keep communities running. Instead, the goal should be to create a fair balance where citizens contribute while still being able to keep enough of their income to support themselves. This leads to my third point. Taxpayer money can sometimes be wasted through fraud, poor management, or irresponsible spending. When people pay taxes, they expect their money to go towards programs and services that actually help the public. Unfortunately, there have been cases where government funds have been misused or spent in ways that do not benefit citizens. For example, there have been investigations into businesses and organizations that receive government money but fail to use it for the purpose it was intended. Government spending needs more transparency and stronger oversight. Taxpayers should be able to see where their money goes and understand why certain decisions are being made. Every dollar wasted is a dollar that could have been used to improve communities, support important programs, reduce government debt, or remain with the people who earned it. Just as families have to make careful decisions with their own budget, the government should also be responsible with the money it collects. Government accountability is one of the most important parts of this issue. If people believe money is being wasted, they are less likely to support higher taxes. By reducing unnecessary spending and improving financial management, the government can make sure that taxpayer dollars are being used effectively. The solution is not to eliminate taxes completely. The solution is to lower unnecessary taxes while making sure the remaining money is spent wisely. The government should focus on reducing waste, preventing fraud, and making everyday taxpayer dollar count. A more effective government can provide important services without placing excessive burdens on citizens. Today we learned three important things. First, taxes can create financial struggles for people who are already trying to get by. Second, taxes can provide important services and benefits, including schools, emergency services, roads, and national defense. Third, taxpayer money is not always used perfectly. This is why government accountability and responsible spending are necessary. Taxes are an important part of America, but people should have a stronger voice in how much they are required to give and how that money is used. Imagine working hard, receiving your paycheck, and knowing that a large part of it is gone before you can even use it. Now imagine finding out that some of that money was wasted or spent on something that did not truly help the public. That should concern everyone. Lowering taxes would give families more financial freedom, encouraging economic growth, and push the government to become more responsible with spending. It would allow people to make more choices about their futures while supporting the services that make communities stronger. People work hard for their money. They spend years building careers, supporting families, and contributing to society. They deserve to keep more of what they earn while knowing the money they do contribute is being used wisely. That is why I believe that we should support lower taxes and greater accountability. A government that respects taxpayers and spends responsibly creates a stronger relationship between citizens and leaders. When people have more control over their money, they have more opportunities to succeed, and when individuals succeed, communities and the entire economy can become stronger.